This is a message from your guides reading for the Andromedan star being. So I have 4 crystals here. One of them I'm not going to go over because I talked about it in your last reading so much. I still have the tiger's eye. I also have my geode here, which we've gone over before, so you might remember that this is about that chakra in the center, so the one between the heart and the solar plexus, where we're beginning to ground these sort of visions into reality. So a very grounding stone. I always sensed a lot of grounding energies with this geode before I even realized that color in there and what that was about. Okay, so this is my pyramid jasper. So this is another really grounding stone. As you can see, there's a lot of lower chakra colors in this stone. And then also just being a pyramid as well, that also makes it really grounding. And again, this idea of your visions grounding into manifested reality. And then I have a higher chakra stone here. So I have my lapis lazuli, which, as you know by now, is a throat chakra and third eye chakra stone. So helping with focus, meditation, clarity, but then also helping with willpower, creativity, intuition. And I'm feeling like letting go. And I'm feeling this kind of blue color, even representing that, representing letting go. And it kind of feels like this idea of water. So some water energy is going on there, and this idea of letting go. So it feels like some like relief right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and surround us in some protective space before I continue with the reading. I almost forgot. Oh, and I'm dropping it. Okay. Okay. So, as I was saying, it feels like there is some relief happening right now. So, it feels like that's part of what they mean by letting go. It feels like this time where you can relax a little bit, even though there's this kind of shift occurring. At least you're a little more peaceful in your mind. But at the same time, it does feel like things are manifesting really quickly, like they were referring to in the last reading. It feels like you have to be calm and sort of have that level of calm during this transition and everything. And that will help everything just go a little bit more smoothly. So they know you're excited and all of these things, but they're saying to focus on your kind of relief and let that kind of wash over you and allow you to feel this calm. It doesn't mean don't feel excited, obviously. This is a positive thing happening for you. So they're saying to feel excited, feel good about it. Um, so they're saying to feel joyful and all these things, but they're saying to have this level of calm where you're still processing it in a calm way so that it doesn't become anxiety, because then you can be manifesting something out of that. So they're saying that you want everything that you're manifesting to be out of calm and to feel calm as it's coming to you, even if you're excited about it. So again, they're saying to focus more on the relief that you have manifested it, that you have all that you need. And they're saying that obviously the universe is taking care of you, and obviously you're a good manifester. So they're saying that there's not a lot to worry about, but they're also noting that this isn't just a matter of good manifesting. It's also the fact that you felt this through. You know, you came to a feeling-based decision and a feeling-based, intuition-based conclusion of what you should do. So they're saying that you didn't just take needless actions. It wasn't like you were feeling against getting the visa. Um, but logically it seemed like the right thing to do, or just it was what you really wanted, even though you weren't really feeling to do that. No, they're saying this was a really intuitive move. You were seeing things from a very clear angle, and they're saying that that's why it worked out. They are saying that sometimes we have too many blocks. It's not because we're not seeing something clearly that we want to happen, like actually as a soul, and it's just not time yet because we haven't cleared enough. And so we're not able to cause that to manifest yet. But then in other cases, we just sort of falsely want something to manifest, and either it's just really not the right time and it's something much later that may or may not manifest, or it's just something that we're supposed to completely let go because it's really not on our path and we're kind of moving off path by focusing on that. Now they're saying in terms of romance and things like that, they still hold to that opinion. They feel like that will be a little while for the right for the right thing to come about, the right person, the right circumstances, and right now focusing on your business. So they're saying that with some things that's still true, but they're saying in this case they're saying this was purely intuitively based. So they're saying that you did a very good job with listening in order to make this decision, and then to follow through with necessary action so that this became like a concrete, tangible reality that you're sensing, that you're touching, that you can feel. You can go there, you can travel, you can do this thing that you want to do, which they're saying definitely took a lot of power, a lot of force, a lot of energy to manifest. Not force as in like you're pushing something, forcing something, but they just mean sort of the force of manifestation. And they're saying that it took a lot of allowance to, and relaxing and letting go, and not sort of letting your fears mask the situation and project onto the situation unnecessary beliefs and feelings. They're saying that you were in that place a little bit before, and this feels like back before um, when you were before you went back to your country again. So they're saying this is why you were seeing all the cockroaches, this is why you were having the health problems and things, but they're also saying that it wasn't just you um, going through those fears in an unnecessary way. You were actually cleansing yourself of them, and you were purposefully looking at them. So you were acknowledging that they were there, and you were choosing to walk through them and step through them versus shy away from them. And you were open to the totem animal that you were seeing. You were open to, I'm not saying you were open to having a bunch of cockroaches and bugs around, but they mean like you were open to seeing the interpretation and the meaning behind it. So you wanted to grow and you wanted to change. And so you were very much in tune with yourself and looking at yourself, and you were still feeling that this was the right move to make. So they're saying it's okay to have fears there. It's okay to have anxiety and this and that. It's okay to have anger or disturbing emotions or frustration or all different types of things that we feel, regret, whatever it is, sadness. They're saying depression, depression even, or like um, deeper sadness. They're saying all of these emotions are okay, especially here on Earth. We're going to feel them at different points. But the point is utilizing them for what they are there for. So they're saying that the emotions, their intention is to show you something. And then you release them and you learn something. You see whatever those emotions are choosing to show you. And that's how you release them. And that's how you replace them with something else. You actually look at them and you go through them. Now, they're saying that maybe when you look at them, you realize this is just some fit I'm throwing, and this is stupid, and I need to just let this go and just sort of force myself to step into a different emotion because this is really not serving me, and this is just kind of childish behavior. Other times, it's something deeper that we sort of need to fall into to kind of allow up. And it's sort of something deeper in us that's responding to the situation. And if we let it surface and we're looking at it and we're being responsible with it and not just like giving into it, but at the same time not ignoring it, and we're letting it be what it is, then we're allowing it up to release versus just allowing it up to control us. So they're saying that when you step into that flow, you are balanced, but they're saying that you're also rewarded automatically. And it's not like the universe is working on some, you know, reward or punishment type of scale. It just has to do with what it's reflecting back to you. So you are rewarding yourself sort of through the universe. It's not like the universe is saying, I want to reward this person and not that one, and this person sucks, and I like this person. They're still saying maybe that is true some of the time, depending on who it is and what they're doing and what they're causing for humanity. Obviously, there are degrees of negativity and even evil that a person can allow to sort of possess them or come through them. And what they mean by possess them is they just sort of mean take over. That's really what they mean. Not like some demon possessing a person. They just mean where this literally takes them over and they are just being that negativity. Then sure, they're only going to attract negative things to themselves. But even in that case, they're just saying it's not because the universe hates the person. It's because this person is so negative, and that's going to be reflected back to them all the time. And any positivity that comes towards them is just going to be a false positive. It's going to be something false and have no merit. It's not going to be something that ever lasts or sustains itself. Whereas if you do something that is intuitive based and you get your blocking emotions out of the way and you listen to your true emotions only, which they're saying is hard to do, because they're saying that sometimes emotions speak the loudest and they can really throw a person off, especially on Earth. And sometimes we even think that they are our intuition speaking to us, and they're not. But they're saying that a true intuition is never emotion based. It's sort of the combination of everything based. So it's a knowing, it's a feeling, it's a wordless thought, it's a communication, it's an understanding. So there can be a feeling with it. But they're just saying that it's not pure feeling. It's also logic as well. And it's intuitive, it's a knowing. So they're saying that it's all of those things combined and you never really get lost in one specific thing. They are saying now your intuition might speak to you more with feeling, but it's going to be a calm feeling. Or it might speak to someone more with logic, but same thing. It's going to be a knowing logic. It's going to be a sound logic, not a fear-based logic like so many people step into. But they're saying that you can certainly have intuitive logic and intuitive understanding versus intuitive emotion and more feeling based. So they're saying that both are there. They're also saying that you're very balanced with those things. They're saying that you are quite logical, but then you're also feeling based as well. And they're saying that they wouldn't really put one above the other with you a lot of the time. But they're also saying that Andromedans are that way. They're saying that a lot of Andromedans are very logically based. And they're saying that because of a lot of lifetimes that you've had, you've incorporated a lot of emotion as well. They're also saying that it depends on the Andromedan, because they are saying that some of them are very feeling based also, but still it feels like in a more balanced way. So they're saying that they're very logical, but they're very intuitive and they're emotional still. Whereas they're saying, for instance, like with corrupt grays, they're saying that they've become overly logical. to the point that they're not allowing their emotions to flow, and they basically shut off those emotions. And so they're saying that that's not intuitive at all, and that's it's like a false logic. It's not even a real logic because they can't be logical anymore. Um, they're saying that it's like their logic almost shuts down, their true, authentic logic. And they're saying that they just step into this false sort of rhetoric of living life based off rules and shoulds and shouldn'ts, and this is what I need to be doing to complete this thing. And so it almost becomes kind of robotic and not very feeling based. And they're saying that for those grays, it would take them a lot to, for those like certain races, in other words, it would take a lot to kind of snap them out of that. They would need a sort of shock to kind of snap their emotional body a little bit more back in to their physical form and even their mind and their mental body. And they're also saying that their emotional bodies have actually greatly deteriorated from lack of use. But they're saying that they're talking about this because they want you to have more understanding about how these bodies work and what you're stepping into and what you're doing things out of. And to always look at your motives and why you do certain things. They're also saying that you're very good at doing that. They're saying that for the most part, you can look at things more detached and kind of get out of your own way. They're again bringing up the relationship thing. They're saying that that can be a little bit of an issue because they're saying that it's harder to detach from something that is more emotionally based. And we're programmed, they're saying, to see that in a very emotional way. Because it is about an emotional connection, obviously. Emotions do kind of rule the area of relationships. But they're saying, but not above intuition. And it should never be above intuition. They're bringing this up again because they're saying that this can be one of your pitfalls. This can become a distraction if you allow it to be at any point. And they're saying that when it's the right time, you'll know. But they're saying that by then, you'll be more established. And it won't be a setback if you get a little distracted. And also they're saying with that person, with the right person, it will feel like you're getting clearer, not so much distracted. So you're still going to feel like you can think about what you need to be doing, which they're saying also signals that you're peaceful about it. If your mind is racing and you have all of these emotions and you're not focusing and you don't feel like you really can focus or commit to certain things anymore, like projects and things. You can't like commit your mind and your focus and attention on those things because of some relationship or because of the thought of one. They're saying this is actually an anxiety. It signals to you, I'm not peaceful about this, even if I want to be. So they're saying that that's a signal right there that also that it's not time yet, but also that you're really not actually feeling it. You're not feeling it intuitively. Otherwise, you would be more calm about it very, very naturally. So again, they're saying that this could be a kind of future pitfall if you allow it to be. So they're saying to focus on your business, and they're saying businesses as well, but they're saying it is one business, but obviously there might be some other branches as well that are included, sort of under this umbrella. So they're saying to focus on getting those things done, and in operation where it's making money. And they're saying that that needs to be your sole focus. They're saying that friendship is good. They're saying that's not going to be so distracting. But they're also saying that building connections is good, that that's part of it. That that's certainly part of setting yourself up, sort of creating your empire in a sense when it comes to your career, your finances. So they're saying that that won't take away. Again, they're saying unless even with friends you allow them to become just way too much of a distraction. But they're saying that usually with friends, it's easier to set more boundaries, respectfully so, and to respect your own time and to be able to do things and get things done and not see things in a more clouded way. So they're saying that that's just easier territory compared to like a romantic relationship. But they're saying that relationships can be a pitfall in general as well. If they're too distracting or disorienting, whatever the relationship is, even if it's like your relationship with your parents or something. So they're saying to be mindful of that. Make sure that you're in your own space. Make sure that you respect your space, and keep certain boundaries that need to be there so that you have time to get things done, so that you can relax, so that you can do things in a calmer way, in a way that is more in tune with yourself, in alignment with yourself, and respecting yourself, and flowing out of your intuition purely, and not getting caught up in other people's emotions. So they're saying that sometimes you're picking up on somebody else's emotion and it's not even your own. So they're saying that that's something to look out for. But they're saying that you're doing very well right now. They're saying that you've really stepped into a flow. You've released a lot of different fears, and emotions that weren't good for you, that weren't serving you, that were holding you back. They're saying that you've cleared those to a certain degree, a good degree, a good enough degree, to continue moving forward. And they're saying that you're going to have more to look at as you move forward and you continue. Emotions will come up at different times, and it will serve you to look at them and evaluate them, but at the same time not be held back by them, and to come to intuitive based decisions, just based off you detaching and letting go and allowing, and then you're going to see things more clearly. Okay, so that is all that your guides have to say for this reading. So thank you very much for allowing me to do another reading for you. I truly hope, as always, that it benefited you. Thank you so much. Namaste.